Hello world. Lately I have been astral traveling like crazy and it is ridiculous. So the topic of this video is going to be about dreams and the importance of dreams, because before you can get into something as, complex as astral traveling, you have to also realize that dreams are important. A lot of people don't realize this fact. A lot of people think dreams are just something that we do at night that have no significant meaning. Ancients knew different. The Native Americans knew different. A lot of older traditions and beliefs really cultivate dreams and the importance of dreams and the messages and the deeper meanings behind dreams. But I really wanted to talk about this because this is a topic that I am truly passionate about. And I actually got into dream work, I don't know, like 2014. I had this amazing awakening, this rebirth experience where I was able to connect to source for the first time. And if you want to hear more about that, I could tell you more about that story. But what ultimately this led to was me just being consumed by all this information, and I just wanted to know everything about the universe and all of our secrets and how to really retrieve our power as individuals, reclaim those puzzle pieces that we've lost over the years, and also the pieces that have been hidden from us from, we can call it the elite, our society, or the powers that be right now, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so it led me into dreams and understanding that we can access forgotten knowledge, we can access subconscious memories from our own lives, our own path, as well as access the Akashic records. And also, that means entailing past lives as well. But we can also learn experiences. And this is something I didn't know going into dream work. Well, I kind of knew, but I didn't know the effect of it, how profound this can be. And I just wanted to talk about dreams. My next couple of videos might just be about dreams because it's such a passionate field. So what got me into dream work was, this thought where I was just consuming all this information, and I did not want to sleep. I did not want to go to sleep. I did not want to waste time and go to sleep. I just was like addicted, if that makes sense. I was addicted just attaining information and reclaiming my power, reclaiming my energy, reclaiming what was taken from me or what I forgot as I've lived, as things happen in life. But anyway, so I went to this thing where I was like, I want to learn. I want to keep learning. I want to keep evolving. I want to keep growing. And this is when I got the message that I was able to learn. Sorry, I heard something in the background. That's why I'm distracted. But this is when I got the ability to learn that you can also learn in your dreams. You can also obtain knowledge in your dreams, and you do this all the time subconsciously. But then I wanted to be conscious of it. I want to be conscious of these experiences, kind of like my awakening. I had a really profound awakening that completely changed my life. Night and day difference to the way I looked at life and looked at myself and perceived just everything in reality. And I wanted more of those experiences. And it's easier to actually have these experiences in your dreams, where you're able to learn lessons, where you're able to, for example, lose the mobility of your legs. This is just one that happened to me. I could talk about this story later, but where you don't actually have to lose abilities or lose your legs to realize that valuable lesson in losing your legs. The importance of always being grateful that I can walk, and instead of having to wheelchair places. It just took me to another level of gratitude that I was oblivious of until I experienced something that happened in my dream where I lost the mobility of one of my legs and I was going to be crippled, I felt like, for my whole life. And my subconscious tricked me into this. And this also goes into another aspect where I wanted to ask, I started dreams because I wanted to just lucid dream. I just wanted to lucid dream. I just wanted to be able to control and manipulate my dreams and control and manipulate my subconscious mind into propelling growth and expansion in my waking life. So this is what led me into it, and it took me a month and a half to be able to actually lucid dream, where I wasn't breaking down dreams and I wasn't waking up when I realized I was dreaming. So it took like a month and a half to actually do that. But from experiencing that, when I opened myself up to dreams, I realized there's so many possibilities in dreams. There's so much potential and untapped potential that we're not using in our waking lives. We're not realizing this. Yes, we have people who study dreams, but they don't talk about certain aspects that I'm talking about. They don't talk about how you can get over traumas. And there actually are therapies and therapists that do recognize that trauma work can be done while you're dreaming or you're in a hypno state. I don't know if I pronounced that right, if that's what it's really called, but a state of hypnosis. You can also retrieve memories of your past lives, as well as gain experience, kind of like we do in life. For example, say like you go to a roller coaster and you're like, wow, that roller coaster was so amazing. And you could tell somebody about it. It's kind of like a spiritual awakening is a better one. If anyone's experienced a spiritual awakening, something that's truly blew you away, a connection to source or connection to God that just completely changed your whole dynamic, that's something that you can't explain to somebody. It's something you experience that elevates your life. So for everyone who's near-death experience is another example. Some people experience near-death experiences that transcend their knowing. Transcends their conscious mind into a state of knowing what happens after you die, not questioning, not being afraid of the afterlife and all this other stuff. And this is just one part of this whole thing I'm covering. But you can also do the same things in your dreams. You can have profound experiences in your dreams that will elevate your living, your conscious life. Your conscious life will be elevated by dream experiences. So the overall message, before I get into more discussions in the future, and astral traveling, what I'm doing right now, which is blowing my mind, and I'm getting new modalities for my business and for my gifts. But it all starts with knowing that dreams are important. So the message for everyone here is know that your dreams are important. Start setting your intentions for dreams. Start setting the intentions before you go to sleep. Even if you just want to start setting the intention to have a good night rest, start doing that. Because I used to do this all the time. I used to stay up till 3 in the morning and then have to be up at 6 or 7 in the morning to go to work and perform and function and not fall asleep and actually be able to perform. And the only reason why I was able to do this is because I would set the intention that 4 hours of sleep was enough sleep for me. And some of you are probably like, that's crazy. 4 hours of sleep? No. But I made it a possibility in my mind. I knew that I could operate at 4 hours of energy. And I also knew, because in dream world, just like Inception, time is slower there. Actually, time doesn't really exist there. It's a lot slower. It just bends and it's crazy. But because of that fact, I knew that 4 hours of sleep was plenty enough time to get enough energy, because there's so much more that goes into sleeping than just recharging your mind, recharging yourself for the day. There's so much detoxing that your mind does, memory dumping that your mind does, trauma work that your mind does subconsciously. And when you start setting intentions, you will be able to start being conscious of these messages. You will start to interpret your dreams, as well as learn to journal your dreams. So the challenge, I guess, for this video would be to start to journal your dreams. Start setting the intention to journal your dreams. If this is something you're called to, you don't have to be called to this, but from my personal experience, working with dreams and setting intentions for my sleep and being able to also gain experiences and growth in my sleep while I'm sleeping. I'm learning knowledge. I'm gaining aspects of my past. I'm gaining aspects of my future as well through doing this. If that's something that you feel is interesting or something you would like to dive into, start setting intentions and start journaling your dreams. And then start interpreting your dreams. And before you know it, you're just going to start opening yourself up to the possibilities of your dream world and your subconscious mind and subconscious processing. And, it's a whole thing that I'm going to get into. I'm like so invested in dreams. I have so much knowledge about dreams that you can't find in books, or even the experts don't seem to know this knowledge. But, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I just have experienced a lot of things and done a lot of personal dream experiences that have elevated my life, brought real growth, brought real guides, and brought real wisdom. I can't even talk right now into my life. So if that's something you're interested in, start to journal, start to ask questions. If you have any questions about any of this, if you want to do lucid dreaming or astral traveling, message me or leave a comment below. I will respond back. Be sure to also like this video and subscribe if you're interested in the content that I provide. I haven't really said that in any other previous videos, but, I'm being called to do it in this one. Dreams, man. The importance of dreams. You are always dreaming every night, whether you remember it or not. Start to retrieve some of these remembrances. Start to retrieve some of these puzzle pieces. And start to retrieve some of these experiences that will transcend your life in your waking life to new levels. I love you all, and like always, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.